theme song going.
Redzone Relatives, yeah, we're here. Hot takes, big plays. Grab a beer, kick it off. We calling the hits. Redzone Relatives, this is it.
Welcome to Redzone Relatives. I'm Tanner.
And I'm Nolan.
And today we're looking at our first quarter overreactions, top stories, and fun stories.
Yes. And in the second quarter, we're giving you guys our top 10 teams and where they have moved up or down.
More like a top 14
Top
playoff
14
seedings,
teams,
yeah.
yeah.
And then what are we doing for the third quarter?
In the third quarter, we are giving you our top 10 wide receivers of all time.
The GOATs, indeed. And then finally in the fourth quarter, we're going over the weekly slate of games, predictions, looking at the spreads, and then a surprise for overtime that Nolan does not know about yet.
I don't.
He will find out.
Guess
All
I
right. So I kicked us off last week in the first quarter, so I'll have you go first this time.
Okay, this is one of my longest takes of all time. Okay, so let me get through it, okay? The MVP conversation has completely flipped. It was, Mahomes, Allen, and Baker. Now, there's three new guys at the top. Drake May, Matthew Stafford, and Jonathan Taylor. Out of those three, I'm going Matthew Stafford as the MVP.
Wow, you have changed so much since last week, and even when we talked about top 10 quarterbacks. The best part is your first point is my first point as well. I have Jonathan Taylor and Matthew Stafford. One of them is going to win MVP. The other one's going to win Offensive Player of the Year.
You're counting Drake May out?
I'm counting him out at the moment, but if he keeps playing as well as he has been, then he's definitely in top 3 contention too. But that's crazy. We've never had the first 8 be pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same.
It's awesome. Good job. I love it.
I mean, I'm going Matthew Stafford over Jonathan Taylor.
So in that case, I have it to where I basically said they're interchangeable. One of them's going to win MVP. One of them's going to win Offensive Player. You say that Taylor will win Offensive Player and Stafford's going to win MVP?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, has a quarterback won Offensive Player of the Year?
That's usually a quarterback reward. The last time anyone other than a quarterback has won was I think Adrian Peterson.
Wait, for Offensive Player of the Year?
Oh, you mean for Offensive Player?
Yeah.
Usually that's only if the quarterback doesn't win the MVP. There's never two quarterbacks that win both awards. Usually it's the quarterback wins MVP, and then the best offensive player wins Offensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's rare circumstances where anyone that's not a quarterback wins the MVP.
All right, my next take, because you went, right?
Yeah, we went together technically.
All right, the Bills and the Chiefs won't win their division, but they will win playoff games.
Bills will probably make the playoffs. They're struggling. I think they're going to continue to struggle. More on that later. But the Chiefs, I don't think the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Okay. My next one, this one, I went back and forth on all weekend long, especially after I saw what they did. I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to win their division.
Yeah, I see the reasoning behind it, and I think it's a two-man race, sadly. I think it's the Seahawks and it's the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to our top 10 list and I'll get more of my opinion on that. Because I have a pretty... where's my take on this division? The Super Bowl runs through the NFC West. The Super Bowl. If you want to...
Well, technically that's not a lie because the Super Bowl is in Santa Clara, which
is
the Niners Stadium.
But I feel like the Niners, if they make the playoffs, they're going to be a sneaky playoff team that can knock out a team or two. The Seahawks and the Rams look like they're in charge of the NFC.
They look like they're in charge of the NFL.
So I think that if you're going to win the Super Bowl, you're going to have to be at least one NFC West team.
I agree with that take.
So
was that your next one?
That was my next one.
Okay, my next one goes similar to what you said not too long ago. The Bills are frauds. If they even make the playoffs, they will be one and done.
Okay.
I think right now, realistically, they're the 5th or the 6th seed in the overall rankings, and I get the feeling, so if that's the case, they're either going to play, if the playoffs started, tomorrow and the teams are what we think they are, that means that they would probably end up playing the Steelers.
And then they beat the Steelers.
I don't know. The problem with the Steelers is they're inconsistent, but if they were if they're a higher seed like the 5th, then they'll probably end up playing whoever the 3rd seed might be, which might... It's going to be complicated. I don't see them winning a playoff game. Not with the team I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, I think they'll win a playoff game, but it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
My next take: the Patriots are not frauds. Completely switching it
The
from
opposite from last week.
Well, I think that was 2 weeks ago that I said they were frauds.
No, you said it last week.
And then I said last week that they still are frauds.
Mm-hmm.
But, however, they will get a bye week. I think they're going to get the 1 seed in the AFC, the Patriots. But they'll probably still fall in the divisional round or the AFC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of playoff experience is the main issue. I mean, they haven't been to the playoffs since the Tom Brady era. Or no, I think they went
Mac
once
Jones.
with Mac Jones.
Yeah.
But totally different team than what it was when they went to the playoffs.
I'd argue they have a much better team currently.
No, I think they do.
Then.
But there's something about being in the playoffs the last couple of years and having that playoff experience.
Yeah, I could see them being the 1 seed, and they're definitely not frauds. What did I tell you?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they had a good win against the injured Bucks.
My next one, does the win over the Panthers mean that, I think this is how you say his name, Shahug, will be the starter for the Saints the rest of the year?
Tyler Shug.
Shug, excuse me, sorry.
No, you're good. I think he's going to be the starter for the Saints.
Okay, for the rest of the year?
I mean, I don't know for the rest of the year, but I mean, they gave him a chance to go play against a 5-4 team, and he beat them. So I don't know why you want it. Why would you go back to Rattler when
now you have a win in division?
I mean, if he keeps winning games, they'll keep starting him for sure.
For sure.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next take. Watch out. The 49ers are going on a 4-game win streak. Okay. They play the Cardinals, the Panthers, the Browns, and the Titans. Those are 4 very easy to win games. So, and then you put yourself in a spot where they're 10-4. So watch out. They could be a stinky team.
Hold on, I gotta pull it up here and make sure that you're speaking truths here. Cardinals will give them a tough fight. Panthers is all over the place. Browns still has a pretty good defense. They'll definitely beat the Titans. I can see them winning maybe 3 of those games.
They've got 4 easy games and then 3 hard games.
Yeah, I don't think that they'll have a losing record at the end of those 4 games, but I could agree with that take.
Well, yeah, they would have to go like 1-3 against them. I think they're going to win 4 in a row.
Maybe 3 out of 4.
I think they're going to win 4 in a row. They're going to lose to the Colts, maybe beat the Bears, lose to the Seahawks. So do you go 5?
Well, come that week, Seahawks will probably be arresting people.
That's 11 wins if they go 5-2.
They probably can. All right, next one. Davis Mills may save the season for the Texans. Played really good, and he made the team look better. They had a comeback win, a lot of great energy.
What's the deal with Stroud?
He's injured.
Kind of a tough division. The Jags are right next to them.
They just beat the Jags.
Yeah, but they're still.
They came back and beat the Jags.
Yeah, but I mean, like I'm saying, their record is like the same.
So I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs. I just said it's going to save their season. So I think that they could be one of those teams that end up 9-8 on the bubble, not making the playoffs. But I think that they might have a winning record or be 500. Well, you can't really be 500 anymore. But you know what I mean.
Cowboys can get 500. I can actually see.
Well, with a tie, you can get 500. That's about it.
Yeah. So I mean, Davis Mills, you have 1 good game. Normally, when you have a new quarterback come in, they can do good in the first game because they don't have as much tape on you. So we'll see what happens next week.
Okay. That was my last one. It's your turn.
My last take. The Bucks aren't in trouble. They're in an easy division, and once they're healthy, they'll be a serious contender.
Aren't or are?
Aren't. They are not in trouble.
Yeah, they're going to win their division, no problem.
Well, they're going to win their division, no problem. Yeah. They're going to get guys like Mike Evans, and what's the running back's name?
Evans is already back.
Mike Evans?
He should be back this week.
Oh, I thought he still had a couple more weeks. So.
No, Godwin's still out.
Okay. Well, yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah. All right, well, that pretty much ends the first quarter. We're going to be going over the second quarter and looking at our top 14 teams in the second quarter. We'll see you there.